everybody! As you can probably already tell, this is going to be a slightly different video than what you're probably used to seeing on the channel before. But today I wanted to make a simple vlog to just sit down and talk to you guys because for once I actually have interesting things to say and some announcements to make. What I wanted to talk to you guys about are the conventions that are going to be coming up during the summer for me and what I'm going to be doing at those conventions. I'm going to try and keep this video fairly short and concise, even though that's probably not going to work because I'm long-winded and I tend to go on tangents without meaning to. To make this simple, I'm going to try and go in chronological order to make this easier for me to remember as well as you. So the first thing that's coming up that's going to be happening is KuraNekoCon, which is a 2-day convention up in Spokane, Washington, which is happening July 30th and 31st. I have been approved to host 2 panels at that convention. A lot of you probably know me and my sister Aika for the Soul Eater panels that we like to host at a lot of conventions here around the Pacific Northwest. And so the first panel that I'm going to be hosting at KuraNekoCon is sort of in that same area, but it's a little something different. This panel is going to be the Soul Eater Meister Madness panel. What makes this different from the other Soul Eater panels that we've hosted in the past is that we're going to have a third person with us. My current roommate, who is Water Demon 28, the leader of Mace Cosplay. As the title of this panel suggests, you can find myself, my sister Aika, and my roommate Water Demon as the DWMA's top 3 Meisters. I myself will be cosplaying as Death the Kid, Aika will be cosplaying as Maka, and Water Demon will be Blackstar. The setup of this panel is going to be sort of a conglomeration of the panels that my sister and I host as Soul Sisters Cosplay and what Water Demon 28 hosts with her other friends as part of Mace Cosplay. Her group is known at KomoriCon mainly for the Cosplay Improv Show panel that they host, which is full of a lot of really fun improv games that involve a lot of audience participation. And the panels that Aika and I host, as you know, are a lot of in-character Q&A, Truth or Dare, fanfiction and original Mad Lib dramatic readings, and things like that. So this panel is going to be all of those things combined. The second panel that we're going to be hosting at KuraNekoCon is just going to be Aika and I as Soul Sisters Cosplay, and this is something completely new that we have not done before, and that is the Miraculous Marinette and Adrian panel. Again, as the title suggests, this panel is going to be using the characters from the French cartoon Miraculous Ladybug. Aika will be cosplaying as Marinette and I will be Adrian, and this panel is going to be a lot like the panels we've hosted before, but with different characters from a different series. Miraculous Ladybug is my and my sister's newest obsession, and so you're going to be seeing a lot of miraculous things in the future. In regards to the specific details about these panels, however, KuraNekoCon has yet to confirm with me what their scheduling is like. So at the moment I don't have details about what room they're in, what time these panels are going to be at, and what day they're going to be on. But when I get that information, I will be sure and give you guys updates, probably on my other social medias, which you can find links for in the description below. Next thing is the next announcement that I have is kind of a big deal for me. Since KuraNekoCon is happening the last weekend in July, the very following weekend, the first weekend of August, on August 6th, there is a 1-day convention called Anime PDX. A lot of people are really confused about what Anime PDX is, so let me do my best to sort of explain where it came from. NewCon PDX, which is a convention that I've been going to for the past couple of years, used to host a 1-day mini-con event, sort of halfway in the year between when they host their main full-blown 3-day weekend convention sort of deal, so that people can have their cosplay con fix and not, you know, die of starvation from cosplay, because we all know that that happens. However, starting this year, NewCon has decided to try something a little different, and they are turning their 1-day convention NewCon Mini into an actual full convention on its own. So that is what Anime PDX is. It used to be NewCon MiniCon, but it is diverging off into becoming its own thing. So I will be going to Anime PDX, but there's a little something special about this con, at least for me. A couple months ago, I was reached out to by some of the head coordinators, and I was invited as a special guest. Being invited to a convention as a legitimate special guest has been something that has been not even a goal of mine, but more of a dream, a wistful fantasy. And on top of that, I was invited to be their Master of Ceremonies. What the Master of Ceremonies is, or MC for short, it basically means that I am the face of Anime PDX. They want me to be the person, the human mascot of this brand new convention. So what this means is that at Anime PDX, because it's a one-day convention, I don't expect to have time to run any panels on my own, but what I will be doing is running around a lot between all of the main events that the convention itself will be hosting, such as opening ceremonies, cosplay contest, and lip sync battle. Yes! Fully mic'd and on stage, and being relied upon to be extremely funny and entertaining. No pressure, am I right? I've also been asked to do a little something special for their lip sync contest this year, and I'm doing my very best to make sure that it is something special. And it will be recorded. And it will be on this channel. Or I would not forgive myself. For that convention, I hope it to be the debut of my Chat Noir cosplay from Miraculous Ladybug. I figure what better person is there to host at a convention, be on stage, and have to be funny, or not funny, or hilariously not funny, if anything, for an entire day. Just as a warning, everyone's probably gonna hate me by the end of the day because I'm gonna be making really terrible puns all day long. Ask any of my friends. I've been practicing. And they all hate me. Love you guys. Thanks. So in terms of Anime PDX itself, this year it will only be one day, but starting next year it will, hopefully, it will be growing into a full weekend convention to stand on its own 2 feet. And if all goes well this year, I will be returning to that con year after year and being their sort of relied upon MC. So that's the hope. We'll see how it goes. And before I move on, I just want to say thank you, all of you, so much for all of the support that you've given me throughout all this. I would not have gotten here if not for all of you guys. This happened... The fact that this happened at all, let alone this soon, or at least it feels soon for me, is mind-blowing to me, and I can't thank you enough. So thank you. I mean it from the bottom of my heart, and I love you guys so much. Okay, with that big announcement out of the way, NextCon. NextCon is a lot more up in the air, but speaking of one-day mini-conventions, KomoriCon is having their little mini-con. Later in August, I believe it's around August 21st or something? I don't know, I'll put the dates up here. I don't actually know. I'm terrible. I went to KomoriCon Light last year. That was an experience. This year sounds like it's going to be different though. It's going to be at a different location. It's going to have legitimate panels that are happening throughout the day, which always makes me happy because I like to be one of those people. I don't know for sure yet whether or not I'm going, but there's a good possibility that I might. If I am, again, I will be updating about all of those things on my other social medias, which you can find down below. Next convention is KomoriCon, which is my home con, which I've gone to every single year ever since 2012 when I started this whole lifestyle that I've gotten myself into. It's gone through a lot of changes this year. It's not in Vancouver anymore. It is now in Portland, Oregon. It is going to be 3 days, and it's happening around Halloween, which, you know, cosplay, costumes, it's not super weird, it's just different than it used to be. It'll take some getting used to, but I think it'll be fine. And the new venue sounds pretty excellent, so I'm not complaining. I'm only complaining because But in regards to Kumoricon, I have submitted several panels to them, including the Soul Eater Meister Madness panel and 1, 2, 3? Yes, and 3 Miraculous panels. I won't be getting confirmation emails about what panels have been accepted for a little while yet, so I don't have information about what I will for sure be doing yet, but once I do, I will update you. Assuming that one or some of those panels are accepted, I'm predicting that my lineup, in no particular order, because I don't know what days things are going to be on, but my predicted lineup, I'm assuming, is going to be something like Death the Kid from Soul Eater, and Adrian and Chat Noir from Miraculous Ladybug, as well as a formal Chat Noir cosplay that I'm going to be designing and making specifically for the purposes of the Komori Ball. Because if you know me long enough, you'll find out that I am a sucker for formal dances. I love those classy and sophisticated atmospheres. They make me feel all fancy. I like being able to dance with a lot of pretty people, although I'm just going to be seeing spots for most of the time. Ladybug. So yeah, I think that about covers it. A quick recap. July 30th and 31st, KuronEcoCon. I will be hosting the Soul Eater Meister Madness panel as Death the Kid with Eika as Maka and Water Demon 28 as Blackstar. And I will be hosting the Miraculous Marinette and Adrian panel with Eika as Marinette and myself as Adrian. August 6th will be Anime PDX, which I will be attending as Chat Noir and emceeing for the entire day. Kumoricon Light may be happening mid-late August, dates somewhere, because I don't know what I'm talking about. And also Kumoricon, which I will definitely be going to because panels. HomeCon is best con. Soul Eater and a lot of Miraculous stuff, probably. I don't know yet. I'll let you know. So yeah, that's about it. And before I go, thank you so much for all of your support and all of the wonderful things you guys have said about all of the videos here on this channel. It puts a smile on my face every time I get a notification saying that a comment has popped up on one of my videos. You guys are so sweet, and I want it to stay that way. I want this community to grow into something really supportive. And I want to make it a mission of mine to reply to every single comment. I'm perfectly accessible, and I want to stay that way as long as I can. So thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys again later. Till next time!